This is the story of Castlevania in 3 minutes! Disclaimer, Castlevania's timeline jumps around a lot. For the purposes of this video and our sanity, we're focusing on the core console games up to Symphony of the Night. So if your idea of fun is controlling muscular men in tight leather shorts wielding a whip, let's begin! Simon Belmont inherits the Vampire Killer, a whip filled with holy magic for slaying vampires. Simon belongs to the famous Belmont clan, a family of notorious monster hunters. Simon grows up hearing tales of his ancestors defeating Dracula time and time again. As he trains in the ways of the whip, Simon wonders how he measures up to the legend of his ancestors. On Easter Sunday, Transylvania's celebration halts while Dracula is resurrected by a group of cultists. Simon ventures into Castlevania, Dracula's dark fortress and home to an army of supernatural minions. Simon defeats monsters, evades traps, and ultimately kills Dracula, bringing peace to the land once again. Simon sustains serious injuries in his fight with Dracula. 7 years after Dracula's defeat, Simon still suffers in the form of a curse. To avoid an early grave, Simon must gather all 5 of Dracula's body parts. Simon sets out to collect Dracula's body parts scattered in dark manners throughout the land. With all 5 parts together, Simon burns the reassembled corpse in the ruins of Dracula's castle. Dracula's ghost manifests due to a missing 6th piece Simon was unaware of. No, not that part, sicko! Dracula's fangs. The two battle once again, and Simon emerges victorious, forever killing the vampire. Or so he thought. 215 years before his clash with Simon Belmont, Count Dracula attempts to orchestrate the genocide of humanity. He brings forth an army of monsters and demons to rain hell on Earth. The Eastern Orthodox Church begs the Belmont clan to save humankind. The people once cast out the Belmonts through their superhuman power, but with Dracula's forces about to plunge the world into darkness, the church has no other choice but to beg for Trevor Belmont's aid. En route to the castle, Trevor Belmont is joined by the fighter Grant Dynasty, the mage Sypha Belnades, and Dracula's own son Alucard. More on him later. Trevor and his new pals traverse the Transylvanian countryside and ultimately defeat Dracula. Their gang goes their separate ways. Grant oversees the reconstruction of Wallachia, Alucard goes into a self-induced hibernation and tries to sleep off his daddy issues, and Sypha and Trevor get hitched. Aw. Trevor goes down in history as the first to defeat Dracula. Jump ahead to 1792. The dark priest Shaft resurrects Count Dracula, giving the shaft to the world. Shaft aids Dracula in the kidnapping of several young women, including the fiancée to Richter Belmont, Annette. Richter sets out to rescue his bride-to-be. He rescues Maria Reynard, a 12-year-old mage vampire huntress. Together they free the other women. After they defeat Shaft, Richter confronts Dracula and prevails, but Shaft quietly plants a curse in Richter's body. 5 years later, Shaft kidnaps Richter to ensure there are no more Belmonts around to stop Dracula. Meanwhile, Alucard awakens and investigates what has gone down during his long slumber. Flashbacks reveal Dracula fell in love with Alucard's mother, a village doctor. She gives birth to Alucard, a half vampire, half human, with vampiric traits of his father and the human heart of his mother. Witch trials run rampant throughout the land. Lisa is apprehended by the church, Alucard's mother, tried as a witch and executed. Alucard is too late to save her. With her dying words, she asks Alucard to tell his father not to hate humans and to let them be. Consumed by heartbreak and rage over the death of his wife, Dracula declares war on God and all of humanity. Richter Belmont, under Shaft's control, plans to resurrect Dracula once more. After freeing Richter from Shaft's control, Alucard finds himself in an upside-down version of the castle with even more powerful enemies controlled by Shaft. Alucard defeats Shaft, but Shaft successfully resurrects the Vampire Lord anyway. Alucard engages in a one-on-one battle with his father. Alucard reveals his mother's last words, including her promise to love Dracula for eternity. Dracula gets all teary-eyed and asks Alucard for forgiveness. He perishes, and his castle is liberated from evil and falls to ruin. Alucard, for fear of his cursed blood, believes the world will be better off when he disappears. With a sorrowful goodbye, Alucard leaves. Maria chases after him, declaring her undying love for him, and that's the story of Castlevania so far in 3 minutes. What a mouthful. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did like the video, give it a like down below. If you want to see more content, please subscribe. Bye-bye.